Hepatitis C is a blood-borne disease that affects 1 in 600 in the UK, around 113,000 people. The NHS is committed to eliminating it before 2030, with an ambition of 2025. In order to achieve that, we need to understand the needs of those most affected by it, who are often the most marginalised members of society: intravenous drug users, who could be homeless in the community, and those in the prison system. Aim your hand controllers at the pathway you want to explore, so you have the chance to meet characters with lived experience of hepatitis C. Then pull the trigger to select. Two in every 5 people who inject drugs are living with hepatitis C, and approximately half of these infections remain undiagnosed. While there are still significant institutional barriers to overcome in order to access shelter or drug rehabilitation services, society's perceptions and treatments of these individuals has proven just as difficult to change. By perpetuating this stigma, even when done unconsciously, we risk further marginalising service users in the community, driving them into unsafe spaces where they are harder to find and even harder to treat, such as this makeshift camp on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. Click on one of the different profiles to see those stories.
My name is Giri. I am 51 years old. I've been a user for over 30 years. It's been coming up to nearly 2 years. I've been on medication but not using, and life has changed. I am in the Ealing Borough, not far from where I go regular, which is Rise, and it's given me a lot of support, a lot of help. I wish I never started using drugs. I didn't realise just to get that high I would lose everything. Lost everything: family, trust, respect, and most of all, is being lonely. And when you get lonely, it's got to stages where it's got like suicidal. It's like feeling nothing, you got nothing to live for. I used to inject, and when I was injecting, I did let the place where I used to get medication from, let them know, but they gave me no insight on the dangers, on the sharing, on using dirty equipment. And I was surprised because there wasn't much information given at the time, and I did get DVT, deep vein thrombosis, and that was when I first wanted to know more about the other disease that I could catch, for example, Hep C, especially because while sharing equipment, you don't realise it, you just want to use the drug. I got the test done about a year and a half ago, and it was at Rise, and what happened was I was waiting for them to tell me how I was, but I was never told. But at the same time, I think it was also on to me that I should have asked, but I was scared to ask. I really didn't want to know. I was still at a stage for not wanting to know if I had Hep C, but eventually I wanted to know, because the people around me, the people I love, and of course, from a little cut, it can be passed on. Anything that could endanger the people that I love around me. Maybe that was the reason why I would have liked to know if I had it. And I was glad to find out that I didn't. I got released from prison in August last year. I was in a good place when I got released because I had come off my medication. I was right at the end of it. I got released onto the street. When I came out of prison, I was quite healthy. At first, living on the street, I was being determined, strong-minded, that I will find somewhere to stay and I will stay away from drugs, which was my main problem. I was on quite a high dosage of methadone when I went into prison. In the year and a half I came off the methadone. I was at a good place. At first, I still had a bit of strength I did not use, but it got worse. And then eventually I then started using. I had to start sleeping in areas that felt very dirty because I'm sleeping with people who have been sleeping. It wasn't until I started using again that I realised how dangerous it was. And sleeping in a place like that was okay. Some people would come and help. I remember waking up in the car park sometimes to a bag of McDonald's beside my head. Because I'm in a car park, people are parking their cars, and as they're leaving, they'll see me sleeping on the staircase. Some people would literally do a U-turn and come down the lift instead of the stairs. Some people actually walk straight through past where I was sleeping with no care whether they were stepping on me or not.
I grew up, I'm originally from Newcastle under Lyme. Yeah, up when I was 17. Went on the heroin, the crack, any drug could get my hand on actually. Been through a lot, I have. Lost my mum when I was 23. 2010, lost my partner. 2011, lost our daughter. 2014, lost my fiance. Homeless, oh God, I'd say about 5 years. My mum kept me out. My little sister grassed on me when I was having a toot in my bedroom, but my dad already knew. My mum didn't know that my dad knew though. She kept me out. Broke my nose and blacked my eyes actually, and kept me out. And so went from there. When I say, like, see all your donations, most of it's a lot of designer stuff, as you see. People look at us, do not think we're homeless. Then, because we don't look dirty, we're not homeless. Get me? We can't win either way. So, what do we do about it? We can't. We don't know. We don't do anything. Because nobody pays attention to us. You just think it's one of them. It's oblivious to them. We're oblivious to it, people like them. They don't see us. We're like a little speck on the ground. We're no bother them. Because it's one of them. Turn a blind eye. And a lot do. Don't. It actually does hurt your feelings, you know. You know when you turn around and you say, I've got to get a job, and then they're all screaming. Do you know what I mean? We have had jobs. I've got a law degree. I can't do all with it now. But don't they look down the noses at us as if like we're pieces of shit? We're not. We've come from all homes. Just happened that to lose ours.